Hello friends, welcome to Tutu's haw-lay. I apologize right now if the lighting is going to be a little off or if you're going to see sunshine streaks coming in, because I have to film when I get, usually when I'm off work, and so today I was trying to film before it got dark and before I started dinner. So with that said, I saw Margaret, I believe her name is Margaret, from SevenplazaCreative. So I will link that below because I would hate to give you the wrong information. But she had come on the other day showing what you could do with 6x6 cardstock, and she had actually mentioned 6x6, 8x8, or 4x4. So depending, this is 8x8 cardstock. Depending on what size cardstock. So she used 6x6 and it was a little smaller than this. So I'm going to show you how to make this. I made one for an example, just to make sure I understood the process. I made one to make sure I could do it and not fumble it up too much. So what you're going to need is two, and again, you can do this with 6x6. I apologize for all the noise in the background. My husband's off now too, so he's making a lot of noise. You can do this with 6x6, 8x8, or 4x4. One thing that I did notice when I did this is I really should have used two different patterns so that it would break this up some. And you'll see what I mean, because I'm going to split these up. And I need these for the journal signature swap that I did, that I signed up for. And it was supposed to be mailed out by the 31st. Well, it's not going to happen by the 31st because that's today, isn't it? But I would hope to get these in the mail as soon as possible. This month flew by. I'm not even sure where January went, and it's hard for me now because it's gone. So I'm going to try to work over here to this side some, because the sunshine over there is coming in pretty strong. So what you're going to do first is get all this out of the way. Let me adjust you just a little bit. Okay, you're going to take your paper, and you can use a scoreboard for this. And one of the things that I really like about Margaret on Seven Plaza is she always gives you other examples or ideas of what you could use if you don't have the same things that she does. And from watching her, I can tell she's been doing it a long time, because she has a lot of stuff that a lot of people may not have. So what we were going to do first is we're going to take and mark it about 3/8 of an inch. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but what it does need to do is they both need to match each other. So we're going to take it to about, oh, Layla, 3/8 of an inch. Score it. If you don't have a score, you can just fold it. And none of this has to be precise, is what I was saying. They just need to match. I'm sorry, the kitten and everybody just wants to work their way through here right now, and I'm trying to do this when I have a few minutes, or I thought I had a few minutes. Oh, what did I just do? Wrong paper. Okay, then you're going to take, and you can go ahead and fold this in half. I mean, not in half, I'm sorry. Fold this over. We're going to glue this in a minute. Then you're going to take, with it folded, and fold it in half. And I do recommend that you use your bone folder or something to set the, I call it setting the crease. I'm not sure if that's the technical term for it, but that's kind of what I think of. It just makes everything look cleaner and more put together in the end when you have your final product. And one thing I loved about these, after making the first one, I had to try it first to see if I could do it. It was pretty quick, pretty easy, pretty fast. Okay. So we can go ahead and glue we're going to glue this. Oops. Sorry, everything's falling. Kitty's having trouble. What's wrong with you? Oh. Okay. Now we're going to glue this one too. Okay, and the reason why I wanted to, and I'll show you why I wanted to use different ones. So we're going to take whichever one you want in the middle, and you're going to fold this up. And again, I did not have measurements, but let's say about 4 inches. Yeah, we're going to fold it about 4 inches, just for those who like to have to know what you need to measure. We're going to try to make sure we have that straight, and then set the crease. And then we'll take our second sheet, and we're going to fold this one a little taller because it's going to fit in here like this. So you kind of want them to, the size of the pocket, because this is going to be your pocket, to kind of match up. So we need, and I didn't get very precise with any of this part. I didn't start really paying attention. I'm trying really hard not to get frustrated with the background noise. Okay, that's they're fairly the same size. I think this one might be a little smaller, but again, guys, it doesn't have to be rocket science. Then, oh, I shouldn't have glued that yet because it makes it so much. What you're going to do is you're going to want to go ahead and get your notches in here. And what I did for this part, and I believe Margaret did the same thing, is she tried to find the center. So, yeah, we're at, I'm trying to read centimeters and I'm not very good at that. So we're 3 3/4. So I'm thinking that that looks fairly centered, right? And that mark's not going to be there, so don't worry about that mark. We're going to take care of that in a minute. What I'm trying to do here is just try to get it as centered as possible, going down the middle. And then you're going to take your hole punch, or oh, needs to be cleaned out. So I can see. Oh, and you really just want this piece here, but I don't think it would really hurt anything if you did them both. Ask me how I know that, because that's what I accidentally did on the other one. So I'm just lifting it up a little bit to get my punch in there, and then I'm lining up that line that I made with the center of the punch. Oops, didn't do it deep enough. Let's try that one again. Ooh, at least I can calm down now. The background noise was really starting to stress me out. Well, that's going to be what it is right there. Okay, we need to do the same thing on all of these. So we're going to try to line it up. Did the same thing again. Well, I guess I just want a more shallow one today. Okay, and now if you want rounded corners, this, see how I rounded them on here? This would be the time to round your corners. And I just can't win for the background noise today. I'm really apologize. And feel free to fast forward it, I'm sure, if you're not wanting to see this part. I just a lot of times prefer it when people slow down a little bit when I'm trying to learn something new. Okay, I do think these need to be just a tad deeper, but I don't want to mess anything up, so I tell you what, I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, we got rounded corners. The other thing that you need to do if you want it distressed, now would be the time to do that. Before we start gluing everything down. And you're not going to see that part, so don't stress about that too much. So the next thing that we're going to do is cut some strips. And what I cut last night was about 1 inch wide and right at 2 inches long, but that was a little long, but that's okay. Okay, we've got everything inked. This is the way it's going to be set up. And now the reason why I wanted to do two different but matching was so that these two pockets in the middle stood out a little bit more and looked like they were different. Now would be the time to put the brads in if you want brads. It's not necessary. It's not, you know, that's a personal choice. I really liked it with the brads, so I'm going to show you how I did that. So can you see this? I'm trying to be over here on my little mat. So right here in the corner somewhere, you're going to poke a hole through. Then you're going to try to get it a little as even as possible. I had messed up last night, so I'm going to try to use this ruler as my guide a little bit. So that, I don't know if I need to be on this mat. Okay, we're going to do this about right here. And you just poke it through. You're not going to see the back of the brad, so we need to do the same thing at the top. We're going to find our spot that looks pretty decent. We're going to poke our hole. I'll do the first one and then pause the video while I get the other. I'm off the mat again. Oh, Tammy, oh, Tammy. I feel like that's not working. And then you do the same for the other side. Oh my gosh, why am I making this difficult? And then the top. And if I'd been smart, I would have went through and marked these so that they were a little more precise. But I'm not that, usually not that picky. But what I did notice with the brads, just FYI, in case you're curious, is you kind of could tell the, see, let me show you. I don't know if you were looking at the first glance, but you can kind of tell that this one's up a little higher. But still, I mean, if you're flipping through a journal, you're probably not even going to notice that. And I have to make 2 of these. Okay, so now it's brad time. I had these little brads, I already had them, so actually I had these way back from when I used to do scrapbooking. I mean, I've only been doing journals, junk journals and this type of stuff for what, about 7-8 months. But I used to do scrapbooking all the time, and I have several, won't name how many, albums of scrapbooking photos. And what I'm finding nowadays is no one even picks up an album and look at it. They scroll through their phone or their iPad, or so I don't know. I guess in a way I feel like photo albums are becoming obsolete. I could be very wrong. Now this is going to give me trouble because I'm on camera, of course. Trying to get this. Okay, let me pause you and get these in and I'll be right back. Okay, all the brads are in now and fairly straight. So now what you're going to need to do is get a piece of paper, and it doesn't really matter. I was trying to look for a thicker scrap here, but I'm not even sure if that really matters. What I had used last night was the back of this cardstock. See, I have some 6x6, but they're all Christmassy. Okay, don't worry about the design because we're gonna Tammy, words. We're gonna fold it where the design is not showing. So let me try that again because I just messed that one up. So we're gonna do it about 1 inch wide and then about 2 inches long, and you need 4 of these. One for each tab, and that one's, so there's 3. Four. Okay, so we have 4. And you fold these in half. And I rounded the corners on mine just to give it more of a finished, polished look. Whoa, what happened? Go. Ooh, the hair on the back of her is standing up, straight up. Sorry guys, we were trying to let the cat explore the hallway. So you go out our little door and it's like a hallway, and then you go upstairs to the main house. So she's been really wanting to go outside and crying about it, and I'm trying not to. I mean, she's really only what, September, October, November, what, 6 months old, 7 months old. I was trying to train her to be a house cat, but I just think her instincts are, and I've never had a cat, so I'm totally guessing, but they are to be outside looking for prey, I think. Okay, so I did stick these in, and it was really, you want it on the folded side. That's why I went ahead and folded them. You're not going to see the other side because you're about to glue that. In there. Uh-oh, did I just do the wrong side? No. And then if you want to distress this, I would say do it now before you glue it on. Ooh. And that was a little heavy and not very rounded there, is it? Let's try that one again. That's better. I guess you could distress this whole thing if it's looking a little white, which for some reason to me tonight, that one's a little janky. Let me, if I can. Ooh, that's even worse. Wow. Okay, maybe that corner just has to be a decoy. Okay, then you're going to take your little tab, open it up, and you're going to put glue all over it. And this is what I mean about you're not going to see this Christmas decoration because it's going to be on the inside. And then you position it where it's almost all the way in there. Oh, and by the way, the brads, I recommend you put them up and down this way just in case. So if you want to use this as a pocket, because technically you could use both. You could use this and you could use this. But if you put them up and down this way, it'll keep things from getting stuck on the brads. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, you go through, you glue these all down. And it's on to the fun part, which is if you wanted to embellish it. Not together. Whoops. I'm going to try to hold this here and get it about the same if I can. Do that 4 times. And see, I really like the way that the brads look. Now, out of this project, I will say that what took the longest was getting the brads in. I was having the hardest time getting them to open up and do what they're supposed to do. And then the very last one. That one looks a little crooked to me. Too late. Glitter glue is stuck. Now, all you have to do is, what I did first was glue these together. Oh, it's time for me to fill up this glue, I think. And I went ahead and put some in the crease just as an extra precaution to keep it all together. Glue these down, and then you're going to put glue on this one. And you could glue this all over, and I think that is what Margaret did, but I was leaving it open so that whoever gets this journal signature has the option of using all the pockets or just the pockets with tabs. And then I'm just putting this up here to make sure it's all there, all. And then the last one would be this one. And voila, we have a crooked thing going on here. I'm not gonna let it bother me. Let it go, let it go. And I don't really have a lot of little numbers. I did look last night trying to find, I have some stamps, but they were really hard to put on there too. So what I'm gonna do instead is, okay, what I want showing is the 2024. So I only want the 2024. It looks a little smushed. And then on this one, how about we just go to 2025? Oh man, these are not coming out very well, are they? Okay, maybe what I need to do is press down evenly. And then we'll do 2027. This was the only thing I could think of last night, but it was also getting late. I was really stressing about getting these signatures in the mail, and even with all that stress, they're still going to be late. So you could leave it like this, which I probably will, or you could go through and embellish it some, which I'm probably not. Choice is up to you. So there you have it. I might see if I can find a butterfly or something to look at me. I said I was not going to embellish, and here I go. Maybe we need something here on the bottom. Or to the side. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then, do I have anything that would be... maybe something for the top. Up here, it looks... and maybe we'll center that one. But you get my point. You could go through and put butterflies, put anything you want. You do you. Okay, now I have another thing to go into my signature. And as a matter of fact, we could go ahead and put it in there. Oh, no, we can't. I need to make tags. So what I could do is just, for sake of time, is just give them these blank tags, and then they could decorate them however they want. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That just so hides the numbers. The whole, maybe I put it behind it. And that leaves nowhere to put this one though. We'll just give them one for that one. Okay, now we can go ahead and put this in the signature. I think I need to put something in the second half. Okay. It's very white. Yeah, I like that. Let's put this right in the middle. still think we need a butterfly. Ah! Let's see what I have here handy. I don't know if I have anything that I'm feeling. Okay, I'll just leave that for the person who's getting this. They can decorate how they want it. Okay, we have one done. See how quick and easy that was? I highly recommend this if you need a quick, easy, fun project for a journal. This, I would highly recommend it. It's easy, it's quick, and it gets the job done. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch my video, and don't forget to hit like or thumbs up, and even say hello in the comments if you would like, or if you have any recommendations on quick, fast little ephemera for a signature, I would appreciate that too. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, talk to you again soon. Bye.